Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do some maintenance on this mini excavator. And what I mean is this is on a lot of these mini excavators when they get used, I find this to be a very common problem, and that is the amount of slop that you get in these joystick controls. I mean, look at that. That's horrible. And so with that one, this one's the worst. Up and down, side to side is not horribly bad. These ones are fine. It's not a lot, but and it actually works fine like that, but it makes the machine, you know, it's slower and less productive like that. So I want to get this thing fixed, and I've been wanting to fix this ever since I bought this machine. I did adjust it when I first got it, and that helped a little bit as far as the speed of the arm. But I want to tighten those controls up like they were when they're new. Also made a couple little additions to the shed here, if you haven't noticed. This is all made out of scrap wood with the cost of lumber prices right now. I built a little addition to it, lean-to or whatever you want to call it. Now I got a little bit more storage area, and all this was made out of scrap metal and scrap wood that I had off of jobs. So yeah, I got a little bit more storage. Let's go ahead and get it pulled into the shed and get working on these controls. I mean, as you can see, the arm, it does work. You know, it does work, but it's just, you know, it's slow. I mean, that's kind of fast. You know, this is all fast and everything, but I want to take all that slop out of that control. If you guys haven't noticed, I made a couple little changes to the shed, cleaned it up a little bit, and added the welders over here on the side to make some more room. This is a pretty heavy machine, and this shed holds it up pretty well. Working on that Ford Explorer right there. It needs a fuel pump. Took the old fuel pump out of it. Check this out. This is what ethanol fuels does to a fuel pump. Check that out. That's metal that's corroded from the ethanol. This was the arm that checks the fuel, you know, level, and it's rusted off. Screen's rusted off. So yeah, ethanol fuel does some damage. All right, let's get to work on this excavator here. So there's an access panel right here, and you can't really do much. So let's get it all taken apart and get to the levers. Alright, so there's some wires in here, and I went ahead and color coded them with zip ties. And these are for like the oil temp gauge and stuff like that. Let's get all these disconnected. Alright. So the way this works is when these arms are moved, it lifts up on the various valve bodies. As you can see, pull up, push down, you know, it moves these arms. And it looks like the play's coming in from right here. As you can see, it's got a lot, and it's not that's not even controlling the levers right there, or the valve bodies. That's just all the movement and the wobble in it. So let's take these off and see what we can do. Maybe we can make some kind of bushing or something. I think we got to take these bolts out here to slide the arms out, and then take these pins out. So let's do that. See if this pickle fork will work. That seems to work. So this is where our play is coming from. Looks like that is tight in there. Wow, look at all that movement. So, let's see if we can find like a bushing to go in there. Alright, so this is what I found out. Now, I would have really liked to use some kind of oil-like bushing like this, but I just don't have a size that will fit. And it's the time that I really wish that I had a lathe, because if I had a lathe, I could easily do that. So my other option here is to I just cut this thin strip of metal, and it seems to fit in there pretty well. And then this bushing slides in there, and it takes up a lot of the slack. Not all of it, but it takes up a lot of it. And I'm thinking maybe I can mix up some epoxy and just put it on that, you know, to kind of hold that in so it doesn't wobble around. So let me try doing that. Give that a try. So that is so much better. There's like a small amount of play, but that's actually in the arm itself right here, which is very small amount. Like this is all it hits, so it engages right here. So that's, it was like that to that, and now it's just like that to that. So it's and there's like no play side to side. There's just a tiny amount. So that is awesome. I'm gonna work on this other side. It's not as bad. You can see there's some, but it's not as bad as the other side was. You can see the kind of slop in there. So let's see if we can do the same thing on this side. That one's not as bad. It actually looks like there's a sleeve in here from the factory, so maybe that one, why that one's not as bad. It's got a little bit of play, but not nearly as much as the other one. I don't know. I'll take a look and see what I can figure out. So check this out. On this arm, it has a bushing. See in there, that bushing? And the other arm had it. I don't know why it's missing. But in that bushing, it has a channel cut out for grease. A bolt goes into this hole and it connects the arm to it. And on the other side, it just has like a stud that a nut goes on. But this one's made differently, and I think the reason why is so you can take a grease zerk when you maintenance thing and just take the bolt out, screw in a grease zerk, and then grease this bushing, because there's a hole that goes through it so you can grease it. That is it's pretty interesting. So let's try it this way and see if this works. So what I did is I made a really tiny washer shim, and I also squeezed these arms together because they were kind of spread apart just from just from wear. So I think this should do it because that's really tight. So I'm gonna get this all put together and let's try it out. So that's that's perfect right there. That's a whole lot tighter than it was. Let's get a new cotter pin in here and get it put back on the machine. So before I put the little valve body arms on, I'm going to install this grease fitting where one of the bolts goes. I'm going to put some grease in it. Now, if the other side doesn't work, because I didn't do it to the other side like this, I just greased it by hand. If that side doesn't work, then I'll just order a bushing from IHI and replace the bushing. So it's pumping it full of grease. That's good. Oh yeah. All right. So now I'll take that grease fitting back out and install the arm on it. Alright, let's go ahead and get everything buttoned back up here. Alright guys, let's go test this thing out. Hey duckies, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the excavator repairs, huh? Got the little babies with you? Alright, so yeah, this thing is considerably better. I mean, it is it's a whole lot better. This is with the machine idle, and you know, it's just kind of like it was with the factory. It's got a tiny bit of play, but it's it's very minimal. Let's do a little digging on this bank. So yeah, that was kind of pointless to do, but I just wanted to dig something here. The ducks always hang out up here and the water level rises and lowers all the time, so if you go walking on this, sometimes you'll slip, so I just put some rocks here. Let's go dig something else. Alright guys, I think it's the end of this video, but that really helped out the controls. I mean, it really helped it out, and it's a lot faster and it's a lot more efficient. So you're not having to move your arms as much. I mean, it works a whole lot better, and it just rips stuff out of the ground like it's nothing. All right, y'all have a good one. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care. All right. All right. Before we go, let's go ahead and cut this tree up. Straighten this mess up. So this thing's a whole lot more enjoyable to operate after doing the repair. I'm pretty happy with it, and yeah, there's just a tiny bit of play, but hardly any. Very small amount. So it's a lot better now. Hey, are you happy with the repair? Yeah. His name's Poochie, by the way, if anybody was wondering. He's a Yorkie Shih Tzu mix. He's a good old dog. He just follows me wherever I go. We got 3 more dogs. Well, 2 more. One of them passed last year. It was a husky. Got some nectarines growing. A bunch of nectarines on this tree. A bunch of peaches. Growing. I did have a bunch of grapes growing, but the deer ate them all the way down to the ground last year. So gotta wait for them to grow back. Got a couple apple trees and tons of blueberry bushes also, and a cherry tree. So, alrighty guys, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys have a good one. Later.